Just loading up the truck here. Tonight I'm gonna drive to South Dakota. I drew a tag for a prairie unit there, and I draw a tag about every other year in this spot because it takes about one preference point in order to draw a tag. There's my traditional spot out there that I hunt, and I've killed a few birds out there. I think 2014 was the last time I hunted there and killed one, and it was a nice white tip bird. 2016 I drew a tag and went out there, and my traditional spot didn't hold a whole lot of birds, so I tried a new area and I managed to fill a bird there. I call that my backflip gobbler because he did a backflip off the decoy when I shot him. Both of them should hold birds. I just got to decide on the drive over tonight which one I want to hunt. I'm leaning towards the easier one. It's just an easier walk. It's flat. It's on a ridge top. It's only about 500 yards back in there. The other one, which gets a little less pressure, but it's about 1.25 miles, and it's all gradual downhill, which means if I go back in there, it's a longer walk, and if I kill a bird that's potentially 20 plus pounds, I got to tote him out of there over 1 mile, all uphill. So I think I'm gonna start off with the easy one, go in there and see what happens, and if there's not a whole lot of birds or nothing much going on, or there's more hunting pressure, I'll move to the one that's farther back and go from there. Tuesday they're calling for rain. Hopefully if I don't tag one Monday or tomorrow, the rain holds off long enough for me to get in there Tuesday and get one more hunt in. So hopefully I can get it done tomorrow, but I'm gonna drive over tonight. It's about a 7.5 hour drive depending on the stops, and I'll get there just an hour or two before daybreak, and I'll slip in there and start my hunt. So y'all come along. It should be pretty exciting. Should hear some goblins, some turkey vocalizations. Always the case in South Dakota, it seems.
Isn't that lovely? I was trying to decide whether to go to my old spot this morning or the spot that I hunted briefly in 2016. Well, I decided at the last moment to come into the new spot that I hunted in 2016, and I wasn't halfway to where I wanted to start it, and a bird sounded off down here in this little valley while it was still dark. So I slipped in here. I got it set up right next to this deadfall. It's about the only cover I got. Got a decoy out there about 15 yards, but you know, I'm in a good position, I think. Whole flock of birds here. This may be a quick hunt in South Dakota, but you never know. These birds could do something crazy and go, you know, wherever, and I'll spend all day hunting them. But it's gonna be a nice day. It's gonna be 70 degrees today, very little wind. Let's get going. know, did I miss on the first shot? Again? I don't guess it really matters. There's a dead turkey there, but oh, he caught me in an awkward position here. I'm glad I put this camera right here over my shoulder. These birds came by me at, I don't know, I'm gonna say 7 yards, 15 feet, and walked right over to my little Jake decoy there. And both of them saw me here. You know, it's obvious. I mean, I'm sitting next to a dead tree. I'm sticking up. I got camera equipment, but they just noticed something out of the ordinary. But went over there to the decoy and kind of strutted up to it, and that one drum right here in front of me, that was cool. And they started to drift off, and I'm trying to get in position, get the camera on them, and I didn't want them to get too tight together, because then I have a risk of not being able to kill one. You know, risking shooting two of them and only have a tag for one. But they had enough separation. I shot at the one on the left, and man, I don't know if TSS, this stuff's tight, and I keep calling these birds in close. You know, this right here is 15 yards. Maybe I should start putting my decoy out there about 30 yards or so. But I don't know. I'm gonna go pattern the new 3rd degree maybe today or tomorrow, and the new Grand Slam, and you know, start shooting something with a little more open pattern. Man, that's a cool hunt. Unfortunately, I drove 7 hours to hunt for basically just an hour, and now I got to turn around and drive 7 hours back home. But that's what we live for. Fun, fun, fun turkey hunting. That's a beautiful bird. You know, these western birds don't have a huge beards, but hey, this might be a multiple bearded bird. Yes, sir. Got 2 beards there. 3 beards. Yep. The 2 extra beards aren't very big, but there's 3 beards there. That's cool. Talk about a beautiful bird. And this is a hybrid. You know, you see all the buffness in there, a little brown mixed in with the feathers, a little bit of white tips, a little bit of everything. But this is one of my favorite places in South Dakota to hunt. I draw a tag about every other year. I get a preference point, and then the following year I'll draw. And the place is loaded with birds. It's a walk-in area. There's 2 big tracks that I hunt in this area. Last time I was here in 2016, I hunted my old stomping ground area, and there wasn't a whole lot of birds in there, so I decided to scout out this new spot. And it wasn't new, it was just new to me. And I managed to call in a bird, and I heard birds early that morning, just wasn't sure where they were at. I kind of got a feel for the lay of the land and kind of thought they might be down in this area. Actually, they were right here in this little valley. You know, got a cattle farmer up here. They're probably picking on the silage and stuff during the winter. We've had a long winter, so the birds are still flocked up pretty good, but these western birds are flocked up anyway all the time, it seems like. And I don't know if you can see it, a little bit of snow around me. And that should be gone today. It's supposed to get up to 70 today. So all that snow will be gone. Now, I want to touch back. Last time I saw you guys, I was in Wisconsin hunting with Tim Murdoch, and I mentioned about going to Missouri and Kansas. And you're probably wondering what happened to that trip. Well, I got a little sick, I guess, after the hunt with Tim Murdoch, and wasn't feeling great. But I started feeling better towards the end of the week, and decided to go ahead and make my Missouri trip. Well, I relapsed on the way down there and got sick as a dog. I was basically puking in a little convenience store parking lot in the middle of the night, trying to get some Gatorade and get some fluids in me. And so I really didn't get a chance to hunt Missouri. Headed off to Kansas for the media hunt, and I was under the weather still a little bit there, so I didn't get to hunt as hard as I would have liked. I did see some birds. Had a gobbler just out of range basically, and he had a bunch of hens with him. Well, that was pretty much my week. You know, I slept more than usual, trying to rest up, and I didn't hunt as hard as I typically do. I didn't run and gun as much. I sat around and called a lot just because it was so strenuous on me. I was very fatigued very easily, and so that's basically how my Kansas, Missouri hunt went. This is the total flip side right here. I drove 7 hours and I sat next to that tree, that deadfall, for an hour and killed a bird. And now I get to drive 7 hours home. And it's, you know, it's a nice typical bird. What you get here, it looks like a two-year-old, I guess. 3/4 inch spurs. I'm gonna say 8.5 inch beard maybe. But he's got 3 of them. He's got 2 other beards that are about 2 inches long, 3 inches long each. So a dandy bird. We'll throw him in the truck and head home. And we'll see you guys next time. I guess we'll be hunting Wisconsin again, I think. I'm not sure, but anyway, we'll see you somewhere real soon.